It's 4:30 on WKYT this morning. A store in Richmond could be closed for weeks after a fire. We'll have more on why firefighters think the cause is suspicious. That's just ahead this morning.
Some starving dogs have been rescued after a bystander intervened. More on their recovery.
And several schools across the Bluegrass have their first day back today. We'll have more on back-to-school coverage and your forecast on WKYT this morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you. It's Wednesday. We're glad you're on WKYT to get things underway. I'm Bill Bryant.
I'm Rebecca Smith. First day back to school for Fayette County students.
Exciting. And many of our districts around the area, Madison County, Jessamine, I think others, going back to school today. And it's fun. It's a nostalgic time. Let's check in right now with Micah, see what the weather will be.
Well, it looks like it's going to be just like yesterday, where the morning hours mainly are dry, and then we hit the afternoon and spark up some showers and thunderstorms. You can see some rain just to the north of the river. That's actually moving north and northeast, so it's not really coming into the region. It's moving away from the region. So most of us staying dry. 76 degrees right now in Jackson. And in Frankfort, Lexington, London coming in at 74 degrees. It is downright humid outside, and it's going to be that way again today. 88 degrees, a few more storms in the forecast. How long are we holding on to this pattern, and has anything changed from that Sunday into Monday time frame? I'm going to get into that coming up in a few minutes.
Okay, see you in a few, and we thank you. A store in downtown Richmond could be closed for weeks because of a fire, and investigators say that fire appears to be suspicious.
It started late yesterday afternoon at the Family Dollar on East Main Street. Firefighters have called in arson investigators to take a look. Monique Blair talked to people who live nearby.
I was just flipping through my phone, and I just saw Family Dollar's on fire.
Around 4:30 Tuesday afternoon,
smoke was visible when they called in.
Richmond firefighters were called to a fire in the heart of the city at the Family Dollar.
Crews started to make entry. The back door was heavily bolted and locked. We had to cut in to get into it while the front crew was trying to make access to the rear of the structure.
Richmond firefighters say most of the damage happened here at the back of the Family Dollar store, but the good news is firefighters say they were able to get here in less than a minute, and that's because the fire station is less than 1 block away. Richmond Fire Chief Wayne Long says the initial investigation shows the fire was started in the paper products section of the store, and right now it is being treated as suspicious.
It concerned me.
Chief Long says investigators will look at surveillance footage from the store's cameras to determine whether or not this was arson. And in the meantime, this store will be temporarily closed to clean up the damage.
I hope and pray it'll be back up and running soon, because I do get a lot of my personal belongings at Family Dollar.
In Richmond, Monique Blair, WKYT.
Fire Chief Long says there were several employees in the store when the fire started and likely several customers, but no one was injured.
State police in Mercer County say they're investigating a threat against the Bergen Police Department. Police say the city received a piece of mail yesterday that claimed a police officer would be injured if he did not stop doing his job. State police say the Bergen police then reached out to them to investigate. They're trying to figure out where the threatening mail came from.
Investigators tell us some starving dogs have been rescued from a Garrett County home. The dogs are now recovering at the Garrett County Animal Shelter. As Garrett Weimer tells us, investigators say the rescue happened thanks to someone at a gas station.
It's okay, Myrtle.
Believe it or not, these dogs have already put on a little weight.
So we got a long road to deal with, but we'll get through it, won't we? Yeah.
When Brittany Collins first saw them, they were hot and hungry, dehydrated and malnourished.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I would say they were about a 2. They had been in the truck, the man had said, about all day, and they were skin and bones. And one is actually pregnant.
Animal Control took the dogs from their owner.
The other 2 were in a dog box, and she was chained to a spare tire.
Someone saw them in a man's car at a gas station and called police.
This is Duke. He's the worst one of them all, as you can tell.
Collins says what the bystander did, calling for help after seeing the malnourished dogs, is exactly what they want people to do.
It makes me feel better knowing that these types of dogs are with us, because we know they're getting cared for properly and that they're actually getting loved.
They're still investigating, but Collins says the owner will likely be charged with animal cruelty.
They're super sweet. I mean, for all that they've been through so far.
In the meantime, they're just trying to get them healthy.
We've got a lot of nutrition to put in her before she has babies.
In Garrett County, Garrett Weimer,
So that's Puppy. So I'm a sweet girl.
WKYT.
Workers at the Garrett County Animal Shelter say they could use donations of puppy chow, wet dog food, goat milk, and money to help pay for the dog's trips to the vet. Police in Louisville are investigating what led to a shooting that injured 4 people. Happened just last night before 10 o'clock in the city's Parkland neighborhood. Police say 2 of the people shot are now in critical condition at the hospital. At last check, police did not make any arrests.
State police trying to figure out what led to the deaths of a Butler County husband and wife. They say a relative found Dorothy and Kenneth Neefus dead yesterday afternoon inside their home near Morgantown. Police there say a suspect in the case at this point has been identified. They believe that person may have been injured. So far, they have not released any other details about the case. A community is in mourning in the deaths of a well-known Montgomery County businessman and his daughter. Investigators say they died in a crash. Police say 77-year-old Frank Fortune's truck hit a tractor-trailer on Interstate 64 near Mount Sterling Sunday. They say both he and his daughter, 57-year-old Sherry Lynn Shipowick, died. Friends say Fortune helped start Mountain Town Machining nearly 40 years ago.
It's just now, I think, hitting us, you know, that he is gone. And he did a lot. He did a lot for the company, did all the deliveries.
Friends say Shipowick had just moved back to Kentucky to live with her father. A visitation will be held for both tonight at Tall Funeral Home in Mount Sterling. Their funeral will be tomorrow morning at 11.
Police are investigating a string of thefts from cars in 2 Franklin County neighborhoods. In nearly every case, the Franklin County Sheriff says the cars are unlocked. The thefts happened over the weekend in the Evergreen Estates and Coolbrook subdivisions. Investigators say the thieves stole anything valuable they could find in the vehicles, including purses, money, even a handgun. Both the sheriff and people living in the neighborhoods have the same message. Make sure your cars are locked.
We used to leave our cars unlocked and everything, but due to all the criminal activities around, we just don't trust it, and we just pull down to the bottom of the house at night.
The sheriff thinks juveniles are behind the attacks. His office is working with Frankfort police to see if any other theft cases are connected. Surveillance video shows an arson suspect accidentally setting himself on fire while trying to start a fire at a Western Kentucky business. Police in Madisonville released the video. They say on Monday, a man and woman in a van pulled into the parking lot of the business. Police say the woman broke the door of the building and the man threw some Molotov cocktails inside. But police say one of them bounced off the door and hit his leg. Watch it here. Oh, there he goes. He's running. His short's on fire. The video shows him running around to put out the fire on his leg. Even after that, police say another man threw a cocktail into the building, but he and the woman drove off. The 2 have not been arrested.
Today, several local employers will be looking to fill open positions at the job that a new USA.com job fair will be going on. The fair starts at 10 this morning, lasts until 2. It's being held at the Clarion Hotel off Newtown Pike. The fair spokespeople say hundreds of positions will be available. Opportunities range from entry-level to management in a wide variety of industries. Admission and parking for that job fair, by the way, are free, and attendees are encouraged to dress professionally, bring plenty of resumes, and be ready to interview right there on the spot. Summer vacation is now over for thousands of students in central Kentucky. This morning, they'll be heading back to school. Fayette, Madison, Jessamine County schools are among the districts starting a brand new year today. In Fayette County, 42,000 students will be heading back to class. Last year, Superintendent Manny Kalk rode the bus with some elementary school students on that first day, and he'll do it again today. This time, 24 local leaders will also be riding buses with students, including Mayor Jim Gray and Lexington's Police Chief Mark Barnard. On WKYT.com, we have a full list of school districts that are beginning their classes today and in the coming days. Exciting times.
Yeah.
Time to rise and shine this morning. Get ready to go.
Get ready. If you're starting your day off with us, we're really glad that you're here.
Yeah, make it a good school year ahead. WKYT this morning just getting started. Coming up on 440 right now.
Fairs and exhibitions are great activities for the whole family coming up in today's Mom's Everyday Minute. How to find fairs near and far.
We have the showers setting up over the river at this moment. These are moving northbound. These won't affect us. However, You're looking south of us, and we are going to be seeing scattered showers and thunderstorms again today. We'll have that coming up next.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Looking at another rain chance for today. I'm meteorologist Micah Harrison getting you updated on your weather. And outside right now, it's calm and quiet. No problems whatsoever as you're walking out the door this morning or getting up, getting ready to get the kids up and walk them out the door here in the next couple of hours. Rain to the north of us is moving north, not bothering us right now, but a lot's going to be coming in from the south as we travel throughout the next few days. Here's 88 degrees later on this afternoon. It's pretty much where we were yesterday, anywhere from 85 to 88 degrees. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, and just like yesterday, I had a buddy of mine call me and say I have 2 inches of rain on the ground right there at my house, and he lives on the east side of town. Well, on the west side of town, it was about a 1/4 inch of rain. I mean, it really is a big difference from 5 to 10 miles away, a huge difference. That's going to be the case for today, Thursday, and then on Friday. So scattered showers and thunderstorms the next 3 days. And then toward the weekend, it gets a little sloppy. Watch what happens, okay? This low pressure system down toward the Gulf of Mexico continues just to throw, because around low pressure systems, you get this kind of flow. You get counterclockwise flow. So what that means is grabbing all that moisture from the Gulf of Mexico and just streaming it northbound. And watch what happens in the next several days. Watch all the rain accumulation. I mean, that's a lot right there. You're still talking another 5 to 10 inches down toward the Gulf of Mexico. But all that tropical moisture is just streaming northbound. Here's the pipeline right through here. That's the heaviest moisture, which will actually become the heaviest rain. So some tropical rains outside, and those raindrops are very big. Large raindrops is what you saw yesterday, and you're going to have that again today with that heaviest rain. So there's your pipeline. Look how much rain's expected, anywhere from 2 to 4 inches back toward the west and northwest. This is the greatest threat for flash flooding, anywhere from the central zones to western zones to northern zones. That's your best bet. Down toward the south and southeast, I'm not ruling you guys out. Now remember, this is through Monday. Not ruling you guys out, but still looking at the heaviest rain, central, north, and western areas. So let's talk about your 7-day forecast and what it looks like next 3 days. 40% chances of rain, just like yesterday, scattered showers, thunderstorms. Then we hit Saturday, Sunday, off into Monday. Yesterday, I was talking about that Sunday into Monday time frame, trying to push that front on out. As of right now, it still looks like sometime during Monday, still looking at some heavy rain during that time, but it's trying to move on out with just a few storms left over on Tuesday. So the timing on this stays the same. Sunday into Monday, the heaviest rain, and then Monday night into Tuesday morning, it tries to push on out. That would be good for us. If it lingers off into Tuesday, that's a problem, because we're going to have tremendous amounts of rain there on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Not looking good there for the weekend, unfortunately.
Yeah, another rainy weekend.
That's right. Here we go.
It's something here to be in summer and have all this rain, you know. All right. Thank you, Mike. 446. You've likely been to your own county fair, but have you ever ventured out to some others?
Interesting question. In today's Moms Every Minute, we've got an easy way to find fairs close and far away.
Have you been to a fair recently? Think about all the things to see and eat. The Ferris wheel, the cotton candy, farm animals, and produce. That's the main difference between a fair and a festival, or just a carnival, is the fact that at a fair you will always see various animals or the best grown vegetables in the area. And venturing out to a new fair just got easier with the website findthatfair.com. Here you can locate fairs and exhibitions worldwide. The website is run by the not-for-profit International Association of Fairs and Expositions, which has been around since 1885. There are 1,100 fairs worldwide to choose from. With a handy map locator, you can find one in your own backyard, or even in Australia. For more summer entertainment ideas and ways to make mom's life easier, check out momseveryday.com. For Moms Every Day, I'm Jen Lennon.
For these tips and more, go to WKYT.com. Click on Moms Every Day.
Right there, we have the latest news and the weather forecast and all these school start dates as well. Yeah. So lots of schools starting today. Good to have you with us. 447 right now.
A Maryland hospital's NICU remains closed this morning after 3 babies tested positive for potentially deadly bacteria. We'll have more on this story when we come back.
Kentucky mornings start here. You're watching WKYT This Morning.
Beautiful scene there of some horses.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, I hope you're having a great start to your morning. Well, this is a very scary story. A hospital in Maryland says 3 babies in its neonatal intensive care unit have tested positive for potentially deadly bacteria.
They're trying to get to the bottom of it. For now, the hospital has moved 9 other babies out of that unit as a precaution. Adam May has the story.
Babies in the neonatal care unit at Prince George's Hospital Center routinely get their noses swabbed, then tested for infection. That's how medical staff say they detected the presence of a bacteria known as Pseudomonas aeruginosa.
There was a cluster of this organism in 3 babies.
Doctors say the 3 babies are all clinically asymptomatic and may not be infected. They are part of the 9 babies being moved to another hospital out of an abundance of caution. Hospital officials believe the bacteria originated in water pipes leading into the hospital. Pathologists are investigating the recent deaths of other babies in the NICU, but have yet to find a direct link.
To date, there has been no relationship that we found between deaths and the bacteria.
Hospital officials say they stopped using the water in the NICU several days ago, and tomorrow they'll begin the process of disinfecting the plumbing. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, 51,000 people in a healthcare setting get infected with Pseudomonas aeruginosa every year. 13% of those cases are resistant to many drugs, and 400 people die each year.
Patients in the hospital who tend to get Pseudomonas infections are those who are already very, very ill.
Hospital officials say they have no clinical evidence that any other patients have been put at risk. Adam May for CBS News, Cheverly, Maryland.
And in hospitals where the most serious infections can occur, the bacteria can be spread on the hands of healthcare workers or by equipment that becomes contaminated.
Police in Letcher County hope surveillance video can help them find a gas station burglar. They say a man ripped out an air conditioning unit to climb through a wall at Indian Creek Gas and Go yesterday morning. Police say the man went straight for cigarettes before leaving a few minutes later. They think he stole about $400 worth of cigarettes. The gas station's owner says he's only owned the business for a few months.
It makes you wonder, if you should just try to keep it going or just people like, it's hard to have anything for people like that,
While police have not made an arrest, they say they do have a suspect in mind in this.
Well, the next time you go to a zoo or an aquarium, you may want to keep your iPad away from the dolphins.
Okay.
Here's why.
Okay, check this out. This video shot at SeaWorld in Orlando shows a dolphin snatching up an iPad out of a woman's hands and tossing it into the water. Oh, look at that. It happened at a viewing tank. There you go, where visitors can touch the dolphins. While the woman got her iPad back, we do not know if it is working, which is the important question. But maybe even more important observation from this, maybe those dolphins are trying to tell us something. They are pretty smart.
Right. Well, they say they are. But
and get off that technology. Pay attention to me. You don't have to just take a picture of me. Actually, look at me.
I highly doubt if that iPad still works, so they probably
not.
Probably have to go get another one. Coming next, we'll have a look at some of the news stories we're working on for you here on this Wednesday morning.
We'll also have another look at your morning forecast.
Hey, good morning. Welcome back in. WKYT this morning. 4:57, first day of school for lots of people this morning. The bells are starting to ring.
I imagine a lot of people are up early that normally wouldn't be, right? Okay, it's time to take a look at some of the stories we're working on for you right now.
And it is true, summer vacation officially over for many kids throughout Kentucky. Here in Fayette County, school is open, back in session today. We'll have more on the first day of school and what to be aware of out there on the roads. Coming up in our next half hour, I want to check weather as well because it sounds like an umbrella the next few days is going to be part of the packing.
Pack that with the back-to-school supplies,
That's exactly right. We have the rain already moving north of us, but you'll start to see some spark up over our region later on this afternoon. Heavy downpours, same concern the next few days and off towards your weekend. We're going to get into how much rain we're expecting coming up with another 2 hours of WKYT News.